Welcome to Psych Insight, the YouTube channel that takes you on a journey through the fascinating world of psychology. We dive deep into the human mind, exploring how it influences every aspect of our lives, from relationships to power dynamics. Today, we're venturing into a controversial territory, the realm of power and manipulation, where we'll be examining Law #26 from the renowned book, The 48 Laws of Power. If you appreciate our content and find it enlightening, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you'll become part of our thriving online community and stay updated with our latest insights. Without further ado, let's dive into the intriguing world of power manipulation and, most importantly, preservation of personal reputation. Thank you for tuning in. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to get away with everything? Welcome to the world of Law number 26 from the famed 48 Laws of Power. This law, intriguingly titled, Keep Your Hands Clean, offers a controversial approach to maintaining power and influence. It suggests a strategy of preserving a flawless reputation by avoiding direct association with contentious actions or deeds that could taint your image. Instead, this law recommends using others as scapegoats to deflect blame and responsibility. In essence, it's all about keeping your public image spotless, while orchestrating your plans from behind the scenes. By doing so, you preserve your image and continue to gain power while others bear the brunt of any negative fallout. So how does this law work in real-life situations? Let's delve into some historical examples. Throughout history, powerful figures have used this law to their advantage. Consider the case of Cardinal Richelieu, one of the most influential men in French history. Richelieu was a master of using others to execute his political maneuvers, thus ensuring his direct involvement was always shrouded in obscurity. To the public, he was a devout and dedicated servant of the crown, but behind the scenes, he was ruthlessly consolidating power and eliminating rivals, not with his own hands, but through his agents. Let's take a journey across the Channel to England, where we find another cunning practitioner of Law #26, Queen Elizabeth I. Her reign was fraught with danger and intrigue, yet she managed to navigate these treacherous waters with grace and poise. How, you might ask? The answer lies in her use of trusted advisors, such as Sir Francis Walsingham. Walsingham orchestrated the espionage and intelligence activities that kept Elizabeth in power. He was her shield against enemies, her eyes and ears in a world full of threats. Yet to her subjects, Elizabeth remained the beloved Virgin Queen, with the darker aspects of her reign conveniently attributed to her counsel, not her. These historical examples show us the power of Law #26. By keeping their hands clean, Richelieu and Elizabeth were able to maintain their public images, deflect blame, and continue to consolidate power. Their actions were not without controversy or criticism, but by using others as scapegoats, they managed to avoid direct blame. Dirty work was done, yes, but not by their hands. Their reputations remained untarnished, their power intact. As we delve deeper into the annals of history, we find countless other examples of power players who've successfully employed Law #26. From emperors and kings to business tycoons and political leaders, the law's fingerprints are everywhere. It's a testament to the enduring nature of this law and its effectiveness in the pursuit of power. But let's not forget the individuals who served as the scapegoats. Their stories serve as a stark reminder of the potential pitfalls of being a pawn in someone else's game of power. They bore the brunt of the blame, their names tarnished, their lives often ruined, while those they served continued to rise in power, their hands clean, their reputations unscathed. As we can see, Law #26 isn't a new concept. It's been in play for centuries, shaping the course of history and the lives of countless individuals. But what does psychology have to say about this? Let's delve into the psychological perspective of Law #26 in our next scene. From a psychological standpoint, Law #26 touches on several core aspects of human behavior and social perception. This law, which advises one to keep their hands clean while using others as scapegoats, is a fascinating study in human nature and social dynamics. Let's dive in and explore some key psychological concepts that underpin this law. First off, we have Machiavellianism. Named after the political philosopher Niccolo Machiavelli, it's a personality trait that involves manipulation and exploitation of others, a disregard for morality, and a focus on self-interest and deception. Those who score high on Machiavellianism are often strategic, cunning, and capable of masking their true intentions, while manipulating others to achieve their goals. Keeping one's hands clean while using others as scapegoats is a classic Machiavellian strategy. It's a way of consolidating power while simultaneously avoiding blame and maintaining a positive public image. Next, let's talk about social perception. People's perceptions are heavily influenced by what they see on the surface. If you maintain a clean and positive image, you're more likely to be seen favorably by others, which is crucial for gaining and maintaining power. The use of scapegoats effectively redirects negative perceptions to others. It's a bit like a magician's trick. While everyone's focused on the scapegoat, they're not looking at the person pulling the strings. Now, let's consider cognitive dissonance. This is a psychological phenomenon that occurs when there's a discrepancy between what people believe about someone and their actions, if those actions were publicly known to be unethical. Let's say you admire a leader for their honesty and integrity, but then you find out they've been involved in some shady dealings. That creates a conflict, a dissonance that's uncomfortable. By keeping dirty deeds hidden or attributed to others, powerful figures can prevent cognitive dissonance in their followers and maintain loyalty. Finally, we come to moral disengagement. This is a process where individuals psychologically distance themselves from their unethical actions. By using intermediaries to perform these actions, they can preserve their self-image as moral and upright. It's a way of avoiding the psychological discomfort associated with ethical violations. It's like saying, "I didn't do it, they did," even though you were the one who ordered the action. So, we see that Law #26 is not just about keeping your hands clean in a literal sense. It's about manipulation, perception management, and moral gymnastics. It's about understanding human nature and using it to one's advantage. It's a law that plays on our cognitive biases, our desire to see things in a certain way, and our ability to rationalize and justify our actions. Understanding the psychology behind Law #26 helps us understand why it can be so effective. But is it ethical? Let's wrap things up. Law #26, like many of the 48 laws of power, exists in a morally grey area. This law, which advocates for keeping your hands clean by using others as scapegoats, raises several ethical questions. Firstly, it's worth considering the implications of manipulating others to serve your interests. This act not only disregards the rights and dignity of others, but it also violates fundamental principles of fairness. When one person gains power at the expense of another, it's a zero-sum game. It's not a collaboration or a partnership. It's a ruthless competition with winners and losers. Secondly, the law promotes deception and dishonesty. By hiding behind a facade of innocence, one is essentially living a lie. Is it not more honorable and ultimately more powerful to own up to our actions, to face the consequences, and to learn from our mistakes? Moreover, the use of Law #26 can lead to negative consequences. Using others to deflect blame and responsibility can backfire, particularly in our digital age where information is readily accessible and transparency is increasingly valued. If discovered, such tactics can severely damage one's reputation, making it harder to regain trust and credibility. However, it's important to note that these laws are not prescriptions for action, but rather observations of power dynamics that have existed throughout history. They serve to educate us on the tactics that individuals may use to gain and maintain power. In this light, Law #26 can serve as a warning, a reminder of the lengths that some may go to protect their image and their power. It can help us to be more discerning, to question the motives of those in positions of power, and to remain vigilant against manipulation and deceit. In the end, Law #26 highlights the often cynical and ruthless nature of power dynamics, underscoring the importance of perception over reality in the political and social arenas. It's up to each of us to decide how we navigate these waters.